Hey guys, Orlos here. In this video, I decided to share with you how I find runners when trading meme coins and what are the things that I focus on regards trading. Now, the most important thing for me is a time when you are trading. I prefer and I trade only in a EU time comparing to the US time, and here's why. So people are holding way longer. You can actually find good tokens and you can get in early because there are less traders focusing on new pairs. Yes, there are people who are also sniping the new pairs, but still you can like join the wave much easier comparing to the US time. There is also way less cabal. So in a US time, like people not only they are like cheating too quickly, but also the cabal they are going to push the token to like after migration they're gonna nuke it. Also, they're gonna push it to like 100k market cap, they're gonna nuke it. And also what is good bonus that Gake is trading primarily in the US time. So at least I saw like most of these trades for the past 2-3 weeks were primarily in the EU time. So that's also great when the narrative is good. So this is something that I very much like about EU time. And also, now that's the first thing. So if you want to scan with me, now I'm starting a group. Link is going to be down below in the description. I highly recommend to check it out, only because if you're a trader focusing on the EU time, we can scan together. Link is going to be down below in the description. It's going to be paid group, so we can be like limited and focus like people just focusing on scanning and finding the tokens for like few hours in the EU time and then make money. And that's another thing that I recommend to do. Now the next thing, let's look on the filters. So for the new pairs, what I have is that I have audit holders 3 minimum. You can have like 5 even. Metrics, I have a market cap 5,000 and then a maximum market cap 15,000. And you can even have metrics like 4,000 here. And socials, I have always at least one social, right? So this is something that I have. For the final stretch, I have also the socials, the audit, age 15, top 10 holders 17. So age minute, why I have it 15 minute is only because like if I don't catch something really fast in the new pairs and it goes to final stretch, I can still see it there. And then another thing is that for the age maximum, you can have, when you first start trading, you can look for something that was like going for like 40 minutes. So you can increase it at like start, but then have it lower. And even here, when you're gonna trade like for 4 hours, I'm going to for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or like 5 minutes. 15 minutes for me is all right. Now, when you're gonna have holders, I have minimal 10, and metrics, I have market cap minimal 10,000, right? And socials, at least one social. And then for the migrated, I don't have much. I have 50 holders minimal and metrics minimal 10,000. So this is the only thing that I have, and I don't have social there. So if something is like kind of doesn't have social, but it's growing, to actually like locate it and search for it, why it's going up. So these are the 3 things. And now let's for the analyzation and let's look on things. Now again, focusing on a EU time, then having a trading group is highly preferable. Maybe you can use mine or you can use others, but I highly recommend it that when you're gonna like trade with others, right, that you can like scan with other 20-30 people and look for the tokens, and we can like help each other make money. And then the third thing is that like for the analyzation of the tokens, the filters. Now let's go further and let's, for example, look for the migrated tokens, what migrated and what are the things that I focus on. Now for the new pairs, also what I wanted to share with you, the thing that I have and I recommend to do when there is going to be a community, this is just a quick tip, check also if there is a site next to it, because sometimes what can happen, maybe I'm going to find from past, is that they launched a token that got community, but they had also site with it. And when you're gonna have something like that, you just know that that is like really good. So there is a high probability it can grow. Now another thing, you have to understand the market that you are trading, and the best way how you can do it is when you're gonna actually like trade and you're gonna analyze the tokens and you try to understand the narrative as quickly as possible. So let's look for these tokens that went up. So for example, this one right here went like exploded, and it was about Elon Musk. Look at that. Happy Father's Day, Elon. Okay. And so he wrote here, like, he replied, thanks, son. So daddy Elon, I mean, like, very good. And look at that, what happened here. And this was like seconds. Look at that. So this was 1 minute and it was already migration. Now for me, I wouldn't post here like 1 sol here or like 2 free sol, because I wouldn't know. And I see like casino buying here, and I don't know if they would like nuke it after migration. So what I would do, I would go lower here, right? So that's, for example, for this token. Now when we're gonna look here, for example, this is nothing. So when we're gonna go further for Lil E, this was like a good token. I didn't buy it only because right now what I do is that in the moment when I got profit that I won, I stopped trading, and I got it in like 1 hour of trading. So I made like $700, so I'm not going to trade anymore. And now when you're gonna look here, so I was just Lil E back and then. Now Elon is active right now, Lil E back then. Like, this is good. This is good. And even the profile picture is great. You just like, I was just Lil E back and you see quickly the time here. Okay, it's new. So this would be a good token, right? And it went up very nicely. So, and this is what I like about the EU time way more comparing to the US time, that the people are actually like holding. That this is something very good. Now, when we're gonna go even further, this one was also good, the Juliet, look at that. And the growth here was slower. Now, this is something that I absolutely love about the EU time, right? So here, look at that. It took 10 minutes to go from here to the migration. Yeah, like 13 minutes, right? And it was a post about that OpenAI removed Juliet. It was like kind of like the self-aware AI. And look at that, the profile picture looks amazing. Again, nice growth. And this wasn't a bad buy. This wasn't like, oh my god, maybe it's not going to go up. You know what I'm saying? So now when we're gonna go even further, now this was like the gem here, the iron cat. Look at that. So right now the narrative is about cats. And look at that. Xtwitter has, I made like most of the money today on this token, has asked not to compare Zionists to rats, limiting the visibility of 2 posts. So instead we're just going to post this picture of ourselves. And they just like, look, daily Iron Military, 1 million followers, and they posted a cat that they are them. I mean, like, insane, right? And I got it at 30k market cap. How quickly it went up, because I wasn't in that moment like looking on the new pairs. I saw it on final stretch. I immediately went in it and made good money. So this is something that, and I even didn't go up. Didn't went much there, and I should have, but it's, you know, profit is profit. Better be $700 in profit than in lose. Okay, look at it. Tesla Economics, 400k followers. They posted a picture, Lil E. Okay, and I don't, for example, I don't really understand it right now. Like, what is the narrative behind it? So I don't know if I would like buy it, because for me is that I have to actually like understand it, that yeah, it's insane, right? That like, goddamn. I mean, maybe it can go after migration, but I don't know. So for example, with this one, I don't know, right? So this is something that that I do, is that I focus right now on the new pairs. I scan what is actually there, and the market is active right now. And then what I do is that I just wait. And you just wait for something like Lil E, you just wait for something like Juliet, for Iron Cat. And maybe what can happen, you know what sometimes happen, is that in 2 hours, in 3 hours, I don't find a single good thing. And then in 10 minutes, I see 2 insane tokens. So it's all about the information. Understand, it's always about the information. So you are trading information and attention. When you have the attention, and when you know the attention is great, so not what you think, but what you see. And when you see, like for example, the Elon Musk posted a video, I was just Lil E back then, or there was a Juliet, or there was like this kind of like Iron Cat, right? And that's what you see is like, goddamn, 1 million, they post the picture of the cat, the attention is there, you're just gonna, and you're gonna in it. And you know, like before that, for some like half an hour, 40 minutes of trading, I didn't find much. I didn't find good tokens. And I just waited and I waited, you know, and you're just gonna scan and wait. And this is where the having what I feel is group very great is that you're just gonna wait. And of course, is that there is going to be a rocks, right? That you're gonna find some final stretch token here. So for example, the little E here, this is not good. Or like the Connect Fund here, which has got like 11k market cap. And you're just gonna check like, what is this actually about? And I think I already saw this, so I wouldn't even buy it anymore. And that's what I would do. You know, I just wait for the token, that there is no rush. And you need to be just like selective. But for me, as I mentioned, is the most important thing is the time when you are trading. I don't know if other people are actually like sharing that also, but the time of the trading is the most important thing. And now let's look also on this one. So, okay, look at that. I don't know if this is some kind of like the Chinese cabal push, but even right here you see how it was like growing. And look at that. So it went to like 10 minutes. And let's just like check it, why it went up, what we can learn from it. And the best way is to like also journal the trades that you do, but not only the trades that you do, but start writing down the trades that you didn't take and that went up and why you didn't buy it. So for example, 8 a.m. like this is something regards Chinese, I think. Okay. Do you have this sleeping in your house? Like, I don't understand it at all. So when I don't understand, I also search for it. And this will be a pure gamble. Like this is, you just know that you're trading with Chinese and they're active. And for me, I think like also the Chinese are going to be active for another 2 hours. So let's just check ChatGPT. What is the time? What is the time in China right now comparing to EU? Okay, so it's 4:13, so you're gonna have like 2-3 hours of China trading. And like 2, 3, 4 hours of also China, and then the US comes on the market. And for example, look on the little E, on this one right here, and you're just gonna like look at it. You're just gonna wait. You know, there was this kind of like the Inu here, like the sitting dog, Luffy cat. You know, for example, look at that, the Luffy cat here. Oh, this is a rock, right? Oh, this is a rock, okay. Rowdy. You know, and right now the things are a little bit slower, but it can happen. Like the kind of like the Iron Cat came out of nowhere, right? And you're just gonna wait. Now, what is really also great is to have the kind of like the Twitter tracker, but for me that's also like too much to also scan with that. And right now I don't need it. That for me is like, this is kind of like the enough thing here. But again, you're just gonna wait here for the tokens, and that's it. So even right here, you know, like this wasn't good token. The kind of like, let's just change this to like 35 minutes, apply all, and you see the Antarctica radio waves. You know, it's like, why would you buy this, for example? Look at that. So the Antarctica radio waves, like why would people push this after migration? You have to think like that. Why other people should buy it after me? You just need to have like kind of like this conviction for it. It went to like 40k market cap. And that's what I feel is the most important thing. And you don't have to make many trades. Like when you're gonna look and For example, when I look at it, okay, the best trades that I do are something that when I went for the token and I can easily make like good money on it. So for example, look at that little vlogs. Okay, I just check it, right? You quickly check it, one member, there is nothing. So why would I buy it, right? Why would I buy it? Then story, this was launched yesterday. Okay, you're gonna have some gaming here. Something that I don't understand. Also something from Mexico. Okay, so again, nothing, right? Again, something Chinese. And you know, this is what I do. And I just like look for the profile picture, if it's good, if there is a potential, and you have to like understand it very quickly. And then I just like, if something I miss here, I look for the final stretch, if there is something. And this is what I do constantly. So I hope this video helped you at least a little bit. I can record like the videos when I make good money on a token, like what I do, how I did it. But primarily, don't forget, that's what I do. I just trade EU time. I don't care what happens in the US time, because the risk is way higher than the profit for the US time, only because how many cabal groups are like pushing tokens and they're literally like nuking the charts. So for example, again, just my perspective, if there was like the token, for example, in the US, they would just like nuke it after some time. And people are just like not holding it. It's dropping too much many times, quickly. Because they're afraid, people are just afraid that there is going to be Orak. But sometimes you just feel that the Chinese are like different. They are different. And I like way more trading with them. So for example, what is this, right? So the hidden terminal. You know, there is no history of this account. I don't know if I saw it before, but for me, I'm getting to the point that sometimes the AI, or like when there was a token of like borders, there was an insane token. And I like way more buying those on where it's like the history of the dev. You know who is the dev. That's way better comparing to buying this kind of like the random things when there are like 5 posts about it and that's it. You know, and there needs to be like also the use case for it. And again, you just wait. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this video provided a little bit of value, what I actually focus on. So again, summarization. Trade, the best time for me is you. I trade, like trade with a group is a very good thing. And then you just want to analyze and evaluate and understand the narrative very quickly before everybody else, and try to understand the attention behind it. And then you just want to, like when you just know it's good, you're just gonna buy it. And for example, like the Juliet, like the little E here, the expensive coin kind of alright. The Inu would be like a gamble. And also the Iron Cat was good too. And it went to like 1.5 mil, 1.6 mil. So Acrocat, look at that. But again, just a community. Again, that's like another cat. But I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't go in. You know, I can check it. You know, I could go like Acrocat, like acrobatic. But this would be gamble for me, because for me the attention is not high enough that other people would buy after me. So I would be like hoping. So this is something that you want to completely stop doing, that you're gonna hope that other people are going to buy for. You know, the trade is bad. Sometimes it can work, but I highly recommend just wait for the good token. Every single day for the past, I don't know, when I'm trading 4 months, I'm losing money only when I trade things that are like B, C tokens. But when it's like A plus token, those things just go, right? Just wait for it. And that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope this video provided a little bit of value how I find runners. And thank you very much for watching, and have a great day and goodbye.